You know what I'm saying? But we see communist revolution sets fire to American flag in protest outside Jason Aldean show. We will try it. We will try it right in front of your concert. Well, let's check it out. You know what I'm saying? Right in front of your concert. But we see a communist revolutionary group burn an American flag, you know what I'm saying, and chanted anti US slogans during the distributing no, during a what? Oh, during a disturbing stage protest outside of Jason Aldean concert in Chicago on Sunday night. You know what I'm saying? You see, they were anti-U.S. slogan, and they were a communist revolutionary group. I wonder if that's true. Around 20 communists, belonging to the Revolutionary Club in Chicago, assembled outside Credit Union. You know what I'm saying? One amplif- am- amplified theater in Tinley Park, shouting phrases, fuck the US and all its might, as they torch the flag according to the video shared by News 20 or something, News 2 shared, yeah, News 2. The group was also, saying, filming talking jabs at Aladdin's song, trying that in a small town, labeling the Georgia born artist song a piece of fascist shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what? I don't give a fuck. And I don't believe they were communists. You know what I'm saying? I believe that the guy singing the song probably has something to do with that. You know what I'm saying? But they're not, I don't believe that. You're just using that phrase to label the protesters as communists. You garbage, nigga. You garbage. Paladino, whatever the fuck your name is. We see Los Angeles author warns to religious leaders raising uh, of rising violence. You know what I'm saying? This and what? This is coming in 15 hours ago. Culture anthropologist, Newsbreak contributor. You know what I'm saying? But we see Los Angeles in more ways than one. We see Los Angeles, author of Escape Escape the Gods, KS PhD, warning religious leaders of rising tension between Muslims, extremists, and Quran burning, seemingly a response. Jordan, Oman, and Saudi Arabia have respectively convoyed their concerns to Denmark regarding what? After you sitting up there shooting Ethiopians as they're crossing the border, you're gunning them down with high-powered military weapons to where you even running up on them and shooting them at close range? And you talking about some Muslim Quran in Saudi Arabia? And you respectfully telling us what to do? Wait a minute. Are you in bed with creepy Joe Biden? I think so. I think so. I don't have time for you. hmm You know what I'm saying? I don't have time for you. You know what I'm saying? You know? We see it was a traumatic Suffolk County see that Kumo Japanese Steakhouse Rice sickened 26, receiving 15 violations. Oh yeah, y'all keep eating their food. Keep eating their food. You're gonna get attacked just the same. Because Creep Joe Biden, like I told them, let them in. As soon as they come in, they can get a loan from a business loan from the bank, no questions asked, even if they're a drug dealer. When they come in, the bank help them formulate their business plan. They help them get the business up and running and probably even send people to help them do it. Talking about Japanese and Chinese restaurant. Let a black man go in there. If you know, they'll tell you come back with a business plan. They ain't got to come with no business plan. They come right up in there with some bullshit and walk right out of there with all the goodies. You know what I'm saying? While you still have on the books not to give a black man a business loan. But we see 103 House Demon Democrats join the call for Biden to open up the immigration playbook. I wouldn't. You see, but we see Como won the victory anyway. But anyway, we see China mocks the U.S. on 9/11 anniversary. Oh yeah, oh, because all that was a plan of them. They was involved as well. All this is a plan of them being all of these same group of people in the same bed. You see, they share the same phenotype and they do the same garbage to their people across the planet. So we know they're gonna mock the U.S. You got the U.S. looking like a damn clown right about now because the same person, Bush, should be in prison right now for that. He should be he should be on death row for what he did to to America, the soldiers, the 9/11 people that was working in the building, and the workers. But we see here where, in more ways than one, we see Chinese. Let me see something. Time for shit. We see here where Chinese state-run news outlet, you know what I'm saying, Chinese news state outlets shares a political cartoon on Sunday mocking the United States by invoking the anniversary of September 11th, a terrorist attack. Monday marks the 22nd anniversary of, I don't want to hear nothing on no anniversary. I'm tired of that. We're not moving on past 9/11 until we get Bush for his crimes. There's no anniversary, and I'm not even going to curse on this. There's no anniversary until we have all the evidence, all the facts, everything on that table, because this will liberate the debt of all those men and women and those civil service workers that died from their poisonous chemicals that they used to cut the beams. Get out of my face. I don't want to hear no more about this. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's right for them to mock or carry on that way in the debt of American people by the hands of ingrown, homegrown governmental terrorism along with terrorism in itself. Get out of my face. Get out of my face. You garbage. You garbage. Let's just be honest. You know what I'm saying? So this is point blank saying, I mean, in more ways than one, we see it. Now, before we leave out, I have an issue that I want to bring up. The first issue is a clip that I saw by uh, 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 Doc Rich, who showed a Republican man screaming at the police as the police stood there like robots in full riot gear, just standing there looking at the man. And the man was screaming to them saying that do something about this. because they're wrecking the White House and you're just standing there. Call for backup. Call for backup. I mean, continuously screaming at the man. You see what I'm saying? Continuously screaming at the man, at the police. And they did nothing but stood there and stared. You know what I'm saying? They called for no backup, no military, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? And he was a Republican who was there, you know, to protest peacefully and patriotically. But when he saw that this was spiraling out of control, he realized that this was not the Republican group or people that should have been protesting peacefully and patriotically. He realized that it was something wrong. So he went and called the police and they did nothing. You could look at the crowd. The crowd was a small crowd. They did nothing at that time. They just stood there and just watch and wait. But they didn't want to show you that clip from Doc Rich, but you can look it up. It might still be there in the YouTube shorts. You know what I'm saying? So get on it before they take it down because they'll take shit like that down. But this man was screaming because the people that he was around there was not the Republicans that were there prior. Who was there was a bunch of FBI agents and CIA agents that was pushing the minds and the boundary of the people into a direction that should not have gone. And that's easy to do whenever you figure that everybody around you, look at all the people that were there, hundreds and hundreds of people were there. You know what I'm saying? How was that one man, one Republican that stood up was going to stop that? He wasn't. Because it was not the original Republican march or at the Capitol that was supposed to be. It was infiltrated by the FBI and the CIA, I believe, and many other secret agents. That's why no Black Lives Matter people was there because they had did their job in fucking up the cities and doing garbage and testing the police and all this garbage. They used to put out the black card, they do that. But we noticed that they didn't go up to the White House. And the Black Lives Matter was so concerned with their matters that they were talking about why you stop at a certain point and you didn't go up to the White House, to the House of Congress, because you know for well that you had done your job and they told you to fall the fuck back. We got this from here. That's why you mostly saw all white people there, because they were all conspirators of the demon democratical Soros plan in order to blame Trump. Because what reason would you have not shown us on film this man telling the police to do something at the Capitol Hill because they reckon the White House a national monument? Because he realized that those people was not the people that was supposed to be there. This was a whole new group of people. And remember, when you're marching or you gather a group, that person, he might be there for the righteousness and the move that it was supposed to be, but he was in the crowd of many people he probably didn't even know. Some he knew, some he probably didn't. So you could say like 20% or 5% were Trumpers, and the rest, the other 50 to 60%, 70% was FBI agents and CIA. Like I said, that's why you didn't see Black Lives Matter there, because Soros called them and told them that's the end of your. Okay, you good. Go do the snatch and grab shit like a criminal. You know what I'm saying? A common thief. You know what I'm saying? But we got it from here and sent in the FBI agents and his little group to drive these people and push them forward where they didn't want to go. You see, this is why Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer waited 5 hours to, to call the National Guard. 5 hours after the White House was breached. Because they knew for whether the people was breaching it was working for them. When is people going to wake up to that investigation? Let's just be honest here. Now, the other thing we have to look at, you know what I'm saying, in more ways than one, is, Oprah Winfrey Nut with her stinking ass. Oprah Winfrey Nut with her stinking ass. You know what I'm saying? You know, her and the Rock. You know what I'm saying? Her and the Rock in Hawaii. You know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, Hawaii has this big burning fire. You know, Biden, and from what Doc Rich was showing, he talking about they got to remove all these chemicals. Yeah, the chemicals you use like in 9/11 to cause the great fire. I mean, to cause the beams to be cut perfectly and put that on there, and the acid melt away the beams, but hold them in place. So when it got hit, all you had to do was set off the explosion and it'll fall like a demolition. But anyway, like a pancake, because no building in its own natural form being corrupted like that, being knocked down by something like two, three planes would have fell anyway. It wouldn't have fallen. The plane would have been just stuck there. It wouldn't have collapsed the whole building into a complete pancake theory. Bop, 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 right on top of each other. Ain't no way. So that building was demolitionly, it was before 9/11 even was occurred or thought about, they had already demolition the building and have it pre-prepared, ready to go. Okay. But we see Oprah the nutcase stinking ass, slave driving, son of a bitch, sister of a bitch. And she ain't no goddess. In my book, we already established that. And Dwayne The Rock Johnson, I think his name is, in Hawaii, asking poor people for money over here in America. You see what I'm saying? And to me, it was just to cover the garbage that you were over there doing. That's why you set the fire in the first place. And when you did, you probably rescue the people and kidnap a whole bunch of children who's missing in the matter. You slave driving son of a bitches. I could get my gut. Let me give my disclaimer. I ain't talking about nobody else but me. You think you're smarter than me. You think I didn't know, and Doc Rich had to tell me that? You know what gave it away in more ways than one? Number one, you're asking poor people. Number two, the fire is suspicious. And number three, that slave driving fucking hat that Oprah Winfrey is wearing let me know that she was over there doing the same fucking shit she set up in Africa. People, we have to stand up now and investigate every nickel, dime, and cranny. Because if you continue down the road with Joe Biden and the Chinese and all these motherfuckers in our country talking about attacking our country, you're going to put yourself in what we call for the first time life as you know it, no more, but life as you know it as a slave. So this is point blank saying, stay right, stay tight, stay in the fight. And we're going to fight until we get motherfucking right. Because we ain't going to give up. Never. No matter what time, day, or night. This is a fight for freedom, my friend. This is a fight for freedom for all, my friend. This is a fight for freedom across the planet as a whole, my friend. And we must bring to light and quell these things. This is probably not going to happen overnight, but we could damn sure put up a motherfucking fight. So this is point blank saying, I love you, baby, or I wouldn't be doing what I do. So I should say, as the general said, we must always check the checker. Because if we leave the checking up to the checker and don't check the checker, our pockets will come out short. And guess what? It has come out short. So this is what I say. Stay right, stay tight. I'll see you in another fight. Well, what? We will.